Hey everyone, welcome to the channel Codefarm. Today we are going to continue the Codium AI video that I uploaded previously. So that was getting started and how to install the plugin and how to get the things started. Pretty much basic. I was exploring more around it, Codium AI, and what all features it provides. I thought that it's good to cover all of them and what other aspects are there. So this video and coming up video, small, they are not going to be pretty long videos, but short and sweet. I'll try to explain all the specs that are there. So this is the previous video that is there. If you haven't watched, go and watch this one. And this is their Codium AI official page that you can go ahead and learn more about it. This one. So just to see what is this one. So the review, you can see if you search for this one, Codium AI is focused on text generation with AI. It works for all languages but has advanced support for common stacks such as JavaScript and Python. They particularly like this particular tool is pretty good because it, rather than taking developers straight to the test code, offers a list of scenarios description in natural language for review. So it does not integrate test cases directly, but it offers the list of test cases that are out there and you review it and you integrate it. Test cases is one feature for this one. There are others as well. We already covered this one. So this one, when we are working with any such tool that is providing us automatic suggestions, code completion, test case generation, pull request assistance, always there comes a concern of privacy and code security, like how they are using, because to suggest the things they need to have a context of the project that you were working on. So they use your code for that sense. Next thing is how they are using your code. Maybe they can store your code and they can use that to train their models that they are using to generate the test cases, because it is all around this is all around the generative AI, right? So they can use your code to train their model, but that's what whether they are using it or not is the main thing. So what they have published on their official site that they are not using it, that is the thing that we have to take into consideration before using it, like how they are using your code. So go through this article. I'll push what I'm going to like a couple of pieces around this video, like how they are taking care of this one. I'll put this link in the description also. Go ahead and check more about it. So commitment to data privacy and security, where they talks about the security and privacy issues. So the cornerstone of the Codium AI data privacy is the idea that your data is your own and deserves the highest level of security. We take privacy seriously. It is not an afterthought but an integral part of how we operate and design our products. Security measures, we are proud to announce that our security measures include SOC2 type 2 certification, which is very high level, two-way encryption, secrets obfuscation, TLS, SSL for secure payment. These measures are in place to safeguard your information, guaranteeing that it remains confidential and integral. Fair and transparent business model, responsible data utilization. We use data from our free tier users to improve our AI models, ensuring that we generate meaningful test suite, code documentation and review for our users. Given that we specialize in test and text and not general purpose code, the risk of exposing sensitive code or intellectual properties virtually non-existent. However, we understand and respect that some users might have privacy concerns. That's why we provide a simple open for all opt-out option. Users can simply email this one and to opt out for data utilization for model training. So they use it, but we have the option, because sometimes they're just experimenting and researching and there is no problem if anyone using, because we also taking the code from the open sources, right? So when we are borrowing from other places, why not they can borrow from ours? So when it comes to enterprise code, where data is pretty much important, that thing we are taking into account. So they will take into account that they won't use that data. Data retention, data for paid subscribers will never be used to train our AI models. In fact, teams and enterprise users data is deleted from all Codium storage within 48 hours. This is very good. So only data that is used by default, what free users are there, right? So they take your data as a cost, or you can say to train their models, but when you are paying them upfront, like the way if you're watching this video, you are not a paid subscriber, you have not joined YouTube Premium, so you might be watching the ads, correct? So that takes your time, you have to watch the ads. That's how they recover the cost. In this also, they recover the cost by using the data and training their models. But when it comes to paid subscriber, they are not using them at all, because they are cost charging them upfront. 48-hour storage is solely for troubleshooting purpose. So if you prefer zero retention, then let us know. Our strict data retention policy ensures enhanced privacy and compliance, and it's available for all our paid subscribers to review. So this is the place to go and review. Data gathering and data flow. Codium AI's current product offering includes two sub-products, Codiumate IDE plugin and Codium AI PR agent. So these are the two products that are there. Codium AI only analyzes the code. This is what is going to be important for us. That is, it only analyzes the code necessary to give it enough context to generate meaningful test analysis and suggestion for the code under test. That is what it is cut. Code under test is selected by you. Example, by selecting the component in the chat, marking code, or clicking on the button related to certain component. The Codium AI builds a dependency graph and gathers additional relevant code limited to about 800 lines of code that are most relevant to the cut, such as call for calling code components. The cut and additional gathered lines of code are securely sent to the Codium AI backend. More about Codium AI data security can be found here. So this is like how much they are collecting at a point, 800 lines maximum, and whatever piece of code like method for test we are selecting, only that is going to be selected, and then the dependency that it is calling and it is being called, those things. Codium AI then executes self-serve algorithms as well as several AI inferences, either with its self-serve proprietary AI models or OpenAI APIs. OpenAI is obliged to delete the data that Codium AI is sending to it and not utilize the data to train its model. OpenAI is obliged to zero data retention for Codium AI paid users. So internally, Codium AI also calling the OpenAI, and OpenAI also adheres to the data security, data privacy policy. So Codium AI, what they have done, Codium AI is storing the 48-hour retention. They're keeping that code for the paid subscriber also, but when they are calling OpenAI, they have with them zero data retention, so that will be deleted immediately. Codium AI PR agent, if you use the free self-hosted PR agent with your OpenAI API key, it is between you and OpenAI. You can read your OpenAI data privacy policy here. When using PR Agent Pro version hosted by Codium AI, we will not store any of your code or pull request data, nor we will be use it for training. You will benefit from our zero data retention OpenAI account that is used in Codium AI hosted Agent Pro, PR Agent Pro. For certain clients, Codium AI hosted PR Agent will use Codium AI's proprietary models. If this isn't the case, you will be notified. No passive collection of code and pull request data. PR agent will be active only when you invoke it, and it will then extract and analyze only data relevant to the executed command and query pull request. Note that upon calling the similar issue command, issues data is temporarily gathered and is stored in vector DB. The gathered data consists solely of information from the issue threads with no extra related data being retrieved. Conclusion. So that's what we learned. Our commitment to data privacy and security is unwavering. We continually invest in the latest technology and certification to address Codium AI security issues. By adhering to strict data retention policies and providing transparent option for data usage, we aim to create a safe and respectful environments for all our users. That's what we learn. All right, so I hope you got like how it is very important to understand how the data is being used. So we know if we are using free version, that data is going to be used, but we are paid user, so there is option we can choose to not store data for a second on. Also by default they are going to store it for 48 hours. It's also good to see how Codium AI is working. Then also we will be able to understand up to very much extent how this is being. So internally they are calling OpenAI APIs. They are just building that prompt on their end what we are sending them. So that's what I wanted to cover. So there is a lot more coming in this series, Codium AI tool, kind of their review, how you can use it. So stay tuned and subscribe to the channel for more. Thank you. Bye bye.